Hey up, Laps. How are you doing today? Hey up, Chelsea. How are you all doing? How's everyone doing today? Oh, give me a second. I'm gonna have to go into YouTube the old-fashioned way, because of that just doesn't cut it. And crashed. Sick. Right, new career. Let's go. Alright, let me scroll down. Click. I'm all good today, Laps. How are you? This is going to be very hard to rebuild, but good luck. Oh, it definitely will be. How are you? I'm very good today, Chelsea. How are you doing? I'll be doing not a big club, but not a small club. It'll be one of the. It'll either be the second division in the French, German, Italian, or Spanish league. It'll be one of those four. BRB. All right, Chelsea. Hello, Brandox. How are you doing today? Third Bundesliga. No, it'll be a second division. I'm quite tempted towards Spain. Quite tempted, very tempted towards Spain actually. Does youth count? We are only allowed to use. Right, let me get this up quickly. Oh wait, exclamation point. What was that? I thought the command was. Hey, Matthew. How you doing today, mate? I think that was the command. No, that didn't work. Okay, give me a second. Right. I have got the command set up, but this Snipebot thing just hasn't worked the way I wanted it to. Right. Alright, exclamation point rules. I'm back, dropped a sub from a few alts. So you're now from 297 to 302, 303. Oh, that means a lot. Oh, do you know what, Charles? That means a lot, you know. I appreciate that. Thanks a lot, Charles. We can actually say, we can actually prove 300 subs now, so no one can tell me otherwise. I rate that. Can we get some love for Chelsea in the chat? Let's get some love for Chelsea in the chat. Patrick, is in the. If you look in the rules that I've just put in the chat, that'll explain of why I'm not picking the other two countries. What three nations? So the three nations will be, the main one will be Spain, as my chosen one, and the other two were chosen by Laps and Matthew. We're still waiting on Matthew's final decision for his nation though, But Laps, if I'm correct, you picked Brazil. So we're only allowed to sign players from Brazil, whether that's youth academy, regen players, or whatever. So we can sign any way we can sign a player. It can be from either Spain, Brazil, and Ivory Coast for Matthew. So we're only allowed to sign we're only allowed to sign players for the rest of this rebuild from Spain, Brazil, and Ivory Coast, and that's for the rest of the rebuild. So Matt, you have one last chance to change your decision, but if you would like to stick with Ivory Coast, let me know. In the meanwhile, who are we gonna pick for our side? I want to pick someone with, because these all haven't got like stupid amounts of money other than them. I might go with these, you know. Right, so Real Vallecano. Let's have a look around. Because I don't want to go like too low budget, but I also don't want to go too high budget, so to say. So these could be a shout as well. AJX Theory, where are they? They're right at the beginning. Where would they be? Well, what league are they in, Chelsea? I think it's going to be these. Also, make sure you leave a like on the stream if you haven't already as well. Ooh. Whatever team he starts with, and the two choices we have chosen, England cannot be used. England's a bit. I think England's a bit too over. But I think England's a bit of a hard one to do. Oh, they've got three medium board expectations. In that case, I might go with these because they have low expectations. I'm here before Watford. God damn it, Ella. Doesn't count though today. I'm gonna go with these because they have low expectations for the start of the season, and I haven't got to concentrate on them. But they are 3.5 star. But they only have a 1.8 million transfer budget. Is everyone happy for me to pick this team? Right, we're going to use these for our series. International job offers turned off. We'll put it on. We'll put it on ultimate this time to see how it plays out. But I don't think I'll be playing many games, if any games. So Spain, Brazil, and Ivory Coast. Yes, Matthew, you are correct. Let's go. So anyone that's not from those three nations in this team now, whether it's starting 11, reserves, or subs, we are going to. Should we sell them or should we release them? Because I know you can only release a certain amount of players. Sell to get the money. Nations 3 done. Right, accept invites. Because our manager rating will go down if we release. Ah, okay. We'll pick the middle one, I guess. I'm not looking to, you know, storm through this straight away. It's gonna take our time. You know, the usual jazz. Right, this is good. This guy's already scouted lots of players in Spain specifically. But they can only be Spanish, so you won't count. You will count because you're from Ivory Coast, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Ah, perfect. Right then. So let's have a, our starting 11 isn't, obviously it's not horrifically bad, our starting 11. But it's also not very good. I better hope most of these players are Spanish. Right. So he's on loan. So I can't, because it costs to recall him, don't it? Yeah, I don't really want to spend any money on recalling him for the time being. Add transfer list because you're Portuguese. Oh, what was that? Terminate loan. What's that do? Right, we'll wait for the loan players to come back. All the bloody non-Spanish players are on loan elsewhere. Colombia. Typically he's out on loan. Do I just recall all of the loan players back then? Right, we'll shortlist all of them for now. And we'll get to the first game of this. We'll get to the first game of pre-season. Recall and transfer list. What's our budget again? 1.8 million. We can do we can. How many players do we have to recall? Let me have a look. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 players to recall from loan. He can stay out on loan because he's Spanish, and when he comes back, he can actually play. Same with him. We will recall you from loan and transfer list you because you are not Spanish. You are Spanish, so you can stay out. You are not, so we're going to recall you and add to transfer list. Retiring end of the season, so we're going to have to look into a new right back. Actually, no, if he comes back, he'll be fine. And then is there anyone else? It was a Serbian guy, weren't it? Recall and list. What does terminate loan do? I don't get it. They go back to their club. So So is he on loan with us? Oh, he's on loan with us, that's why. Makes sense, okay, my bad. I didn't realise. So our goalkeeper, right, so we'll wait for our players to sell. I'm trying to think of some. We'll think of some youth. Let's try and find. Actually, we'll put our main scout. We'll do our scouting first. I think is the first thing we're gonna get them. Right, hire scout. Oh, maybe we won't hire a scout because I haven't got the money for it. Right, so as of now, we won't hire a scout. We'll hire a scout later on in the season or next season. So, I don't want the whole side to be Spanish. That's the problem. I want the side to have a bit of mixture. So, I want to have a mixture of all three nations. The objective is win the league. Was it actually? I haven't even checked the objectives. Oh, it's very low. I haven't actually got to do it. It's fine. um. Signing one new players to the senior team. Right. Alright, so in the transfer bit, let's start looking at. No. Back to this one, I think it was. No, one of them had. Contract expiring in 12 months, that could be our first free. 18-year-old right mid. We'll have a look into both of those. Right, let me go on to FIFA. Let me try and find some Ivorian and some Brazilian players that will be cheap enough to get in the first. Maybe only make one or two transfers this window, depending on who sells and who doesn't, obviously. Right, if we look at nationalities, Brazil, Spain, and Ivory Coast. I'll submit that and we'll see. Obviously, the top players in the world will all pop up. What should we say? We'll say value. What are we saying for value of first few players? It's gonna be hard because most of Brazil and Ivory Coast players have joined. Yeah, you're not wrong. Just join the cheap ones. I mean, there's bound to be some players that'll be good. We just have to find them. Hidden gems and that. We've got a 75 rated striker who happens to be free, so that could be. I think free transfers are probably our best way to go for the first part of the season, or decent free transfers anyway. Right, let me have a look at this guy. Johan Bolly. Oh, why is he at a club? Right. He could be one of our start. He could, if we can get him in at some point. Anyway, that'd be nice. Um, who else? Who else? I think I don't want to spend too much on a player. That's what it is. The cheap ones, but yeah, we can try. Hey up, Harry. How are you doing today, mate? Right, value. Yeah, I'm good today, Harry. I'm good today. Um, this guy. He's Brazilian. 12 days to scout. I mean, this team is probably going to be heavily Spanish influenced, but that's not the point. There isn't many high-rated players for the budget we have. There isn't many high-rated players for the budget we have. It's like all of like the ones up to like half a mil are all like 60ish rated. Unless we're just looking to buy in certain players, like straight away, certain players. For instance, these two are going to be quite heavily influenced into the team. We're going to need them. Maybe shortlist Marquinhos, Caprino. I don't know who that is. Um. Um. Oh, shortlist. Oh, not transfer list. My bad. As in shortlist and scout. Yeah, we'll have a look into it. What was his name? Marquinhos. I probably already had him in the thingy, but I'm gonna search up anyway. I've got a feeling Donetsk are gonna want a hefty amount of money for him. I think we'll leave it at that for the time being. We'll let them get scouted. We'll see how far we make it in this tournament, and then bish bash bosh. I also don't want I don't want all the old. I shouldn't be playing Okazaki. I've just realised. I just did a boo boo. Right, Okazaki. So I have to go benched and. Problem, I don't know everyone's name, so I need to figure out which ones are Spanish and which ones aren't. I wish there was an easier way to do this. Maybe Scout, Kulan, Ole. I'll have a look. Oh. Type in his last name. This guy. No worries, laps is fine. Right, I need to figure out which players are from. So which defensive players are in. Well, which defensive players aren't Spanish? Obviously, one of these two will be. He'll be bench. He'll be starting. So we've got Luisino. So defender-wise, who is it? It's Luisino, right, Luisino and Sa. I think they're both in the starting 11, which they are. This guy's gonna have to go down there as well. So it's gonna be a pain to start with because I gotta make sure I gotta try and get all the bloody what's it called out. Let's have a look at the midfield now. Maybe do a 4-2-3-1 narrow or wide. Yeah, could be a shout. 4-2-3-1. I think we'll do wide. Cause I don't know, I just will. I wish there was a way to see the oh, both my CDMs are 30. This squad's so old. We might actually have to invest into like a really low end youth player. Or the youth academy straight away. Red Bull Salzburg. Might accept that. Yeah, we'll have a look into that now, lads. Hey up, EA. How are you doing today, mate? Also, I'm thinking of negotiate 1.2. I'm not gonna negotiate. We'll delegate, and we'll see if they'll do. We'll see if they do that. Mondays and Tuesdays are boring. I don't know what day it is today. What day is it? Tuesday. That's why you come and watch me, and I'll make it less boring. Hopefully. Yeet. This guy had a few scouted players that were Spanish, and he's got a full judgment. Contract expiring in 12 months. I mean, I think it'll be a lot of free deals this season. thanks for subscribing here. I appreciate it. My stream elements thing is probably it could be quite helpful, I think. I need to keep an eye on the Spanish. I need to keep out the Spanish things. Maybe send your scouts look for Ivory Coast and Brazil. Problem is these. If we go for youth academy, wait, do you mean youth academy scouts? Because our team's looking a little bit old, so we could. It's probably best that we. I don't know. Don't hire one. Relocate. Ah! I didn't know you could do this. Right, right, we got one in Spain. I want to put this guy in. We'll put this guy in Ivory Coast. If it wants to. No, this way. Can you wait? Where's? Okay, so put this one in Brazil. Yeah, Matt, also I've changed, I don't know if I mentioned it to you as well, but I'll be signing players not just from Youth Academy, I'll be everything. And then relocate. So you can't actually do it in all countries. Or is that just me being stupid? No, Africa isn't there. What's that about? Right, I need to check on my midfield. So, when a team pops up on the stream, I'm going to pause it so I can check in the squad hub to see out of those players. Right. Ah, that guy. He meant to start laps, so that what you mean. Right. This guy is Spanish. Rico. So this guy's Spanish, this guy's Spanish. Probably better off playing this guy in cam. Or is he already in cam? And then Mir. Oh, okay, so most of these players are on loan. Oh no. Right. Most of our strikers are on loan, which could be a problem. But I think our entire midfield is thingy. I see why we're playing him up there now. So this is a bit of a problem now because most of our players are on loan. This might not go as planned. This might not go too well this series, I just realised. Um. Oh. Um. We might as well scout Ruben Diaz. Is it this guy I was thinking of? No, but he's Portuguese. We'll look into him. We might need to do a different team. Nah, we're here now. We'll have to work our way around it. And also, we're gonna have a look. If I go back to Portugal and then go to Portugal again and scroll over to Sporting. Oh, what am I doing Portugal? Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, this is really gonna confuse me. This is really gonna confuse me. Right, let's stop scouting Diaz. Ugh, this is gonna be a pain, you know. I don't like this already. Right, let's get rid of this. Let's stop scouting Ruben Diaz. Oh, laps. This is gonna be very painful to do. Ivory Coast, Brazil, Spain. Look for a Brazilian max age 22. Brazil. Yeah, this is going to be very confusing at the beginning. And I'll get used to it eventually. What? Lol. Our left back's quite old. Might as well scout these two left backs. All of our strikers are on loan, and this guy's showing great potential. Let me know if there's anyone you think I should go and try and scout here, Laps. This guy's going to be a bit. Scout that's CDM. You can only scout for players. Dude, you can't buy players unless... No, I've put my own little twist on it. I put my own little twist on it. So I can sign anyone I want. But it has to be from those 3 countries. It can only be from 3 countries. Oh my god. Jesus. Gustavo. Was there someone called Gustavo? Was it at the top? Okay, let me go back into that then. Hey up, Chelsea. How you doing today, mate? Because Matt, I think the way you explained it to me made sense, but also sounds a little bit confusing. So I think I just leave it as I can do whatever, but I'm only allowed to use 3 nations. Right. Oh. Santos has been approached. Right. Let me have a look. So we've got a lot of players in the thing to look at for the time being. And they're all young-ish as well. Right. There we go. All the good ones just joined. By next season it should be better. Yeah, we'll just have to let it run. We'll just have to let it run. Let's see how it pans out. Ooh. Oh, we didn't oh, I thought we would. I thought that would have. Oh, never mind. Alright, 630 counter budget is quite helpful. Go forward 1 or 2 more days, get all those players. Right, there we go. Okay. Okie dokie. We'll go forward a few more days, see what pops up. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to press delegate, but whatever. .6. Okay, bye. Actually, I think I might just start accepting offers for the players that aren't Spanish just to get them out of the club. Because some of the older players are gonna not just aren't gonna go at some point. It's gonna be a pain. Problem is, all these players are gonna be really low ratings. That's what I'm thinking. His contract expires in 12 months. Someone else's contract expired as well. But he's a bit low rating. We'll remove you from report. We'll remove you as well. I think these two will probably try and get in now then. Actually, no, because their contract this guy's contract expires in 12 months. So, once everyone gets a scout report, yeah, that'd be nice. Once we've got everyone, we can actually have a look. It's supposed to be a youth team challenge. But youth team. I'm not a fan of youth team challenges. That's the problem because the youth team is they all come in at like 50 to 60 rating, and once if I'm scouting them in a few years, none of them will be able to get into starting 11s and that. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I put my own twist on it. I'm just having the bits done. Right, accept any offers I get just to get all the players out of the club. That's why I'm just gonna try and win the Champions League with just 3 nations. Oh, okay. Fun. More scout reports done. Never heard of him neither. Right, I have a bit more money in the budget. Gustavo is extremely high rated. And expensive, which is not fun. So we do need to look into. We need a new centre back, a new right back, a CDM, a left mid. This is gonna be fun. We should have a few. I think we have a few. We have like one or two. We have like three or. We should have 3 or 4 more reports coming through. I might. What? Why? Aha! This is where our lump sum of money is going to come from. I'm hoping he sells, because that's a hefty amount of money. We can actually upgrade the team a little bit then. So we're now looking at a bit more budget. So if I go over to transfers, transfer hub. This guy's young, so we could get him in. And we could train him up maybe. I think training up players is going to be a huge help in this. Buying whoever you want makes it too easy. But the problem, yeah, but that's the thing, Matt. Not all, like if I want to try and, because obviously I'm not going to keep it all Spanish players. I'm going to try and mix it up. But buying them, it does make it a bit easier. But yeah, I just don't want to have a youth academy because youth academy teams is once. I mean, we can do youth academy. But the problem is we have no players in the. We haven't. Right, we'll put one scout out for now, and we'll see what he comes back with. Right, youth staff, hire scout. We'll put this guy in. Because expensive. Do not from here on out then. We will stick to Youth Academy. What do not find here from here on out, Matt? We'll stick to Youth Academy only. First country we're going to scout though is Brazil. If I can get over there. Just put them out for 9 months then, because the longer the better. Youth Academy only from here on out. We won't sign anymore. We won't accept any offers for signing anyone now. Then. Ivory Coast as the scout area, wasn't it? Okay, we'll do Ivory Coast first then, Matt. Ivory Coast, we're doing it for 9 months. Maybe we'll retract the CDM then. Yeah, we'll retract all the offers now for everyone. It's an expensive scout, but as we can't sign anyone, it's not really a bother for me. Oh wait, Matt, you wanted it as... What did you want it as? Well, you wanted it as one of these bits, didn't you? Winger. There we go. Ivory Coast winger. We don't just want wingers though. Yeah, but Matt said he wants it to be Ivory Coast and winger, so once we get enough to put a scout in Brazil, we'll put it as any if you want, or you can choose a profession or whatever it's called. He's old, we'll sell him, we'll get money, and then we'll put a scout in Brazil. I don't think we haven't signed anyone in yet, but we'll try and we'll use what we have player-wise now to our advantage until we get some youth players in. Go away. I'll just accept all the offers. Stick. Stop drifting, please. Thank you. Oh my god. Stop. Oh my god. Stop. Damn it. Boom. 8 mil. Right, how much money have we got? We've got 3.1 mil. Scouts. My controller's breaking slowly but surely. Sometimes if you focus on certain types of players, you get more chance of higher potential players. That's what some people say. I mean, it might work, it might work. Right, we're gonna do... I mean, we might as well just wait and get this guy. We'll wait for a little bit more money, and we'll get that guy in. About 9 months, one of my years. I mean, I see where Matt's coming from. Because in the long run, it could be quite good. Right, so now we're going to have mad budget. So now we can put all three. We should be able to put all three scouts out now, shouldn't we? If I'm not mistaken. Right. Oh, does it change each time? I didn't know. Right. Put this. We'll put the best one in. Hey up, Jamie. Is it? Yeah. It's a youth. It's youth players only. As that's when we start getting youth players in. That is. It should have been 3 months. Well, I did it. Well, right. We'll go. Brazil. It's supposed to be scout players, but there's a little twist. Record the 9 months and we're going to put it to 3 months. So what we're going to put the Brazil guy on for 3 months on any, or should we have him look for something specific? We'll see what the Ivory Coast guy comes back with in the next few months. Brazilian guy on 9 months. Any type. Okie dokie. And if we go into here, put this guy in. And for Spain, I think we're going to look at. I'm going to go with defensive-minded players in Spain for 9 months. Actually, I'm going to put him for 3 months and defensive-minded because I want to see what he comes back with. Right, so that's all of our scout things set up, and we still have 4 million to spare. Aha. We can't do anything with it. Keep him. Keep it for the time being. Okay. Ooh. For the time being, we're going to keep everyone until we can start getting youth players in. Have a look at. We're not scouting certain players. We're only using Youth Academy, Jamie. But if it comes to it and we're in need of a few players because we're lacking in positions later on in the series, we might twist it a little bit and start using. We might start scouting certain players. But the players, the nationalities we're only allowed currently are Spain, Brazil, and Ivory Coast. They're the only countries we're allowed to scout from. Can you not drift, please? Why does a CDM want to play in cam? reason why I put defensive minded as well on Spain is because we've got 35, 28. We need these. We need these boys. We need to keep them in. Right, Las Palmas. Right, we're not going to focus on winning anything so far. We're just going to look to build the team. Oh, go away. Come on, scouts, I need you to come back with my monthly report, please. No one that looks worthwhile here. Take any 90 plus potentials. Yeah, the problem with Ivory Coast is I don't feel like there's going to be many, if any, 90 plus potential players. Which could be a problem. Never know. You're not wrong. I didn't do that. I went left one and then did it. Scout instructions. Are we saying we're not allowed to use these guys, Matt? Is that what it was? Or are we allowed to use these guys? Whew, I'm tired. If it's youth, then probably not. My stick's drifting quite a bit. It's really annoying. We'll get Matt to confirm it, and if we're not allowed to use them, we'll just fire them all. Because we can. Actually, it is youth, so... yeah, whatever. We'll pay all their clauses and that. Right, okie dokie. Stop drifting before I throw you across the room. How was our manager rating gone down? I know I've lost 2 games in a row, but that's not my fault. Because our scouts haven't brought back any bloody players yet. Good thing about youth as well is you can bring him in at any time. Elliot wants to buy. Uh, if Elliot wants to buy Spain, Brazil, and Ivory Coast players, they have to be. Okie dokie. I think we'll stick to the youth academy for the time being and see what it brings in. Because I want it to be youth academy based. But you know how that's probably going to end up. We'll let it run out for this season. We'll see how we're doing. We'll see how this season pans out. If this season goes okay, we'll consider it. Yes, because you're Colombian. Nope, you're gonna have to stay for a bit longer, mate. Okay. It'd be nice to get all 5-star scouts as well. But you know, if we can't, we can't. Right, that's fine. How old is this striker? 22. I might train this guy. I might start training certain players up. Him being the first one. Adapt to attacking scenarios. Hey up, Jan. Is it Jan Busman? Boosman? How are you today anyway, mate? Definitely just butchered your name. Sorry. Is this guy one of the ones that's on loan by any chance? I've got a feeling Mira's not on. I've got a feeling he's on loan. Why doesn't it say... Does it say... Okay, yeah, age 18. We'll go with... Is this guy Spanish? Jordi and Bulu. If you want to stream it, can be how you want it to. I'm doing it as a youth academy. I'll stick to you. What I'll do, Matt, is I will stick to youth academy. And if it gets out of hand and we need certain players in positions, then I will go to look for players that are younger. 16 to 22, I think you said, or 16 to 20. Is this guy Spanish? I need to know if this guy's Spanish. I want to train, because if he's Spanish, I'll train him up. Because I feel like he'll be a bit better. Gomez is on loan. He is. Right wing, Jordi and Bula. Question is, this guy's Spanish, so I'm going to train this guy up. I think we'll train up him and the right winger, the right mid. We'll train him. Gomez is. We'll train him and Rabba up, but we'll train him up for the time being. Race against the clock. And we'll put him on adapt to attacking scenarios as well. And then we'll give our... We'll give this... Is this guy on loan? This one's on loan, isn't it? Mir's on loan. Is there a way we can bot... We might... Ooh, that could be a problem then. Train Alvaro. I think Alvaro's on loan, isn't he? If I'm not mistaken. I think Alvaro's on loan. Or most of our strikers are on loan, actually, aren't they? I mean, we'll train at Mir anyway. Yeah, we'll train Mir up anyway because he's needed for this season. But once we get a decent, once we find a striker from one of the nations, right? Strike. We need to just. Ooh. 77 to 94. Wow. Look at that. 4, and they're all plus. They're all 90 plus. Right, 100k. 113 is a goalkeeper. Right, so we're gonna sign all of these. Sign, and sign. And we are going to reject him though. Come on, Brazil. Brazil's doing wonders. And typical Spain hasn't done too much. Right, we're going to reject all of them then. I don't want it filling up, that's the problem. Because I'll lose track of who's who. Maybe they'll check those players we got. Yeah, we'll have a look into them now. Office, Academy. Right. We've got a centre attacking mid who could do some training. But the 15-year-old, maybe we should wait on. Yeah. I want to give him a few. I want to give him, because we could still train him up. We could put him on two. We could put this guy on 2 drills, this guy on 2 drills, and then him on 1. Or maybe put the goalkeeper on 1, and just not train him up yet. Right. Diogo Neves, Edson Reese. Might be a waste though, the 15-year-old. He's got a good potential though, and that's the problem. He's got a decent potential, so he could be good. We'll leave him in the youth squad for a bit longer. We'll see how he pans out. We'll see how it pans out with that. Hey up, Lee. How are you doing today, mate? Right. So who was it we just got in? Right, this guy's going to go on the bench, I think, for Gomez. So it's these two are going to have to train up for the next few months. Reese and Neves. Hello, Adam. Welcome back, mate. How are you doing today? Ivory Coast might be a lost cause. It might be. We'll have a look into it though. Train Reese on adapt attacking scenarios and race against the clock. He's 3 minutes. We'll wait till after this game. Sim. I mean, we've got we brung up one of our youth players quite a bit, didn't we? Last rebuild with Carlisle. Right, race against the clock. It's just I never scouted Ivory Coast. Ah, makes okay. Watford. How are you doing today, Watford? Train Neves on just attacking scenarios and the goalkeeper. We can't put a goalkeeper can only stay on one, I'm pretty sure. Good, you. Yeah, I'm good today, Watford. Now, Watford's always first. Oh, hello, Maddie. How are you doing? How are you doing? Boo. Reese. We'll put him on adapt to attacking scenarios. We could put the goalkeeper on two. Goalkeeper can't go on two. Goalkeeper can only go on one. Diogo Neves. Adapt to attacking scenarios. Did I beat her? Nope, Ella's already been in today, Watford. Very good, mate. They can. No, laps, right. I'm pretty sure they can't. Right, let me check. Yeah, you can put them on shooting drills. Hopefully my wives don't go out today. Oh, Wi-Fi doesn't go out today. See laps, I'm not putting a goalkeeper on set pieces. I'm not having my goalkeeper shoot. No, the goalkeeper, the youth one. Oh, him. So do we not train up Alvaro then? I meant yeah, I know you meant Wi-Fi. Maddie is fine. I don't have a wife. Are you sure about that? You never know. Oh, that's funny, man. Are we saying train up Alvaro and thingy? Train both. Do a few loan deals. Adam, we're not doing loan stuff. We're trying to only use the youth academy, and hopefully win the Champions League with the youth academy. Maybe a girlfriend. Nah, she's your wife. Make sure you like the stream if you haven't already as well, and subscribe if you're new. Bish bash bosh, 300 into the dosh. Ooh, no. Juan Carlos. I don't know who he is. Maddie, you retracted that a little bit late, didn't you? I'm gonna play the 4-2-3-1 narrow. Okazaki, get off the bench. I have an Elliot and a J63. Elliot J63. Sick. Sick one, Watford. 10 out of 10, mate. Before you ask, no, I'm not saying it. You can do one. This series is going to be a lot harder than the Carlisle one. I can already see it happening. I'm tempted to just start playing the youth players in the starting lineup anyway, because that's the point of the series. What team are you? I don't know. It's some low. It's one of the lower teams in the second Spanish division. I don't think you should. I mean, the series is based around it, and they'll grow quicker as well. So what I'm thinking is they'll grow quicker. Don't want to get sacked though. Fair enough. You make a good point. I get sacked. Oh no, series over. Ooh, Tier 2 Watford. I'm not looking to win any trophies this season. I just want to get a decent youth side started. That would be nice. Does everyone like Elliot's new banner? I like my new banner. Bruce banner. I meant that. Right, Ivory Coast. Okay, they've pulled in two decent ones by the looks of it this time. Being these two. We'll sign him. We'll sign him. We'll see how that pans out. Reject, 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 reject. I didn't. I tried to press reject, but no. I need to see who I accidentally signed. Try say all their names. No. Can we get youth free agents? I think Matt said something about us being able to get players between 16 and 20, but they have to be between 16 and 20. Right, release. I mean, these two could be decent, but I don't think these two will be starting material anytime soon. Ivory Coast. I mean, I think the youth academy for Ivory Coast will fail, but if we get in players from like Ivory Coast that are actually playing now, that are a bit younger, we might be able to salvage something. Yeah, we'll leave him in there for now. Oh, this is not going to be a fun series, I know that much. This guy's 39 rated overall. Yeah, this guy's overalls come down a bit now. 65 to 85. We might even be playing Champions League football with less than 90 rated players. Right, this guy's got no hope in getting him. And I'm gonna have to release these two. And I don't think they just won't fit into they just won't make it. Yeah, we might have to look into signing players from said nations. Because the way the youth academy is going doesn't seem very fun. It's definitely going downhill. Who's older, this guy or him or Rico? Rico is 34. You are 31. I guess I'll put you in for a few games. Shut you up. You can recall the scout and go Croatia. Could do that. Right, let's have a look at Spain and Brazil. 66 to 92. 250k value, but he's a goalkeeper. 120k and do we sign these two anyway? I'll recall the Ivory Coast scout. I'll send him out to Croatia. Yeah, but don't train them yet. Right. Sign you and sign you. Oh. Because the GK we have now has more potential. I didn't really pay attention to that. And then we will reject you, and reject you. This is gonna go downhill. I can already see it happening. Right, before I do anything, we're gonna recall. Go to Croatia and do any. Yeah. Ivory Coast will recall scout. Right, we'll wait for him to come back. And youth. View scout report. This is what I like to see. It's gonna be just Brazil players, to be perfectly honest with you. All the expensive ones are goalkeepers. This guy's 250k and he's a goalkeeper. Brazil is our only hope right now. We don't have any other hope other than Brazil. But the problem is, it's another goalkeeper. Sign him, I guess. We'll sign him as well. Sign him. We'll sign him. We'll release you two. We'll reject you two. I'm slowly not. I have very little hope for this rebuild. I have very, very little hope. Let's see what what we have in our academy now. Hey up, you use a tiger. That's just how scouts are. Yeah, it's a bit of a problem, but it's however in it. Right, use academy. Yeah, this is far from going well. Centre mid, 56 rated. If anyone loses if their highest potential doesn't go, if our higher potential goes under 90 for anyone, we'll get rid of them. Can't complain though, as they're OP. Yeah. Can I just point out one of the guys in that one there looked like Madreus from our last rebuild? Just saying. Raphael the CDM. Is he in our youth academy? I'm not going to know anyone's names until they're actually like a starting player properly. Now this guy looks like Madreus. Maybe it is Madreus. In Brazilian form. We are training Alvaro Laps as one of our two goalkeepers currently training. This guy has a better potential than anyone. And we do need a CDM. Ow. Right. We'll send him out then. 5'5" CDM. Gang in it. Right. We're gonna send out to Croatia and then put him on any. How long are we sending him out for? No. Cool. Where is it? Ooh, Croatia's not there. Am I blind or can I not see Croatia? Huh? I think I'm going blind. It didn't show up. No. Huh? Croatia isn't in FIFA. Oh, that's just pointless. Oh, that's just not fair. I just saw it. Did you? Chile, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Brazil, Peru, Bolivia, Venezuela, Colombia, and Ecuador. Southern Europe. Is it? Aha! Croatia. There we go. Right, 3 months. Any. Go. Did not take my time to find that at all. Whoops a daisy. Didn't used to be in FIFA. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of. I don't really. I only recently just got into career mode, so I wouldn't know. So our main goalkeeper's getting Fs in training. I feel like signing all of those players to the youth squad straight away could be a problem. I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. I'll keep him in. Beep bop boop. Right. Let's create a second squad for the youth players. Youth. Why you release the centre back? I didn't mean to. Right. So I'll make this to be I'll put everyone in the youth side currently down there. See. Hey up selector. How are you doing today, matey? All Brazil. Probably is, wouldn't surprise me. Centre mid / cam, I'll put him at that one. This guy is also another cam. We're not playing this team, just to clarify. Okay, so this guy's a centre mid / cam as well. Put him on the bench for Rico. Oh, he's a CDM. Thanks, Laps. I didn't pay attention, as per usual. So, what are we looking for then in the youth academy now? We need a DM, a right back, another centre back, a left back, and a striker. Woohoo! Our youth side looks amazing. Train might need to change. We'll have to have a look, won't we? Need to make sure the youth side doesn't play because it's bound to lose. Lugo. Right, that'll be that last training session. Laps, what are we changing up in the training then for next time? I have power here, Watford. I have power. More than you can know. Can I see? Yeah, I'll show you it now. You made no attempts. Wait, who was it? I didn't even read his name. Was it Pedro? It's Pedro, weren't it? Pedro something. It was him. He's on the transfer list, it's fine. Alright, I'll show you youth team now. Apart from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got a backup keeper from youth. We need a right. We're looking at the players that aren't youth are right back, left centre back, left back, right DM and striker. Off to the championship you go then. Watford, you're gonna get bullied. Just saying. Yawn. Who are we training up? Right. Training. Right, well, I'll have a look into that in a minute. Right, we'll put this guy in starting lineup, I guess. We're not playing the youth side. No, 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 no. Who is? I don't even know who it was. Who was it? Is it this guy? This guy was whinging at me, weren't he? Sure. I'm not counting him at decisive moments. Interest performance. I'm just saying, just because a team's in the Prem doesn't mean they're better than a team that's in the Championship. Leeds are a very good side and all, but it's taken them 12 years to get back up, whatever it was, to get back up to the Prem. It took them a long, long time. Right, I'm going to train. Um, train. Right. Most of them being midfielders. Villa. What we put Villa on? Watford should go back up. If they go down, they should go back up. Norwich won't go back up. I know Norwich won't go back up. Norwich will fluff it. Something's happened with Norwich, and they just won't. They just won't do how they could be doing. Right. Bro, he's playing as one of our attacking midfielders, isn't he? All 3 CMs on that. And who is the other one? Reese. You lot are all slating each other for who you support, like, just allow it. You supporting it. Just leave it be. Now we need Neres. Do you mean Diego Neves, this guy? Put him on adapt to defending scenarios. And we'll put on... Gotta find who it is now. Ferrier. I can't find the other guy. It was Fair something, wasn't it? F-E... Fair. Ah, him, the goalkeeper. Okay. Right. Right. Simulate all. We're just slating Watford. Wait, who supports Leeds? Because whoever supports Leeds, if you're slating Watford, then it took you a while to get back up to the Prem, didn't it? User, who do you support? Select the sports Leeds. Select how many years it take you to get back up to the Prem. Just out of curiosity. You support Chelsea. Eh. Chelsea's a meh. Just a fat meh club, to be perfectly honest. 12. That's a long time. Your rating. Okay, bye. Boo. Laps, I can't see what you said because it's just gone by too fast. You have to put it again. But we've won more title than Watford. That's back when you were good. Currently, as of now, Watford are a better team. Just because you've gone up to the Prem doesn't make you a better team than them. Just think of it like that. Now, one of them has been Championship Watford, one of them is. I support Cardiff City, mate. Better team than Leeds. Right, we'll stop this arguing now over who supports who. We'll stop all this arguing now. Will help me out with this bloody career mode. Table doesn't show that. We should have beat Chelsea last year, personally. If VAR was a thing, we'd have beaten you, but that's whatever, innit? Right. Arguments end here. Anyone argues now about who they support from here on out gets timed out. You have been warned. Brazil's pulling like 90 plus players. This is insane. This guy's current rating is gonna be better than both of these because he's worth more, I'm calling it. Right, should we sign these? Sign them but not train them. Yay, Brazil only squad. What more could you want? No, Watford will leave it. Leave it. It's fine. User, you've been warned. No more arguing about who supports who and all that. Or you're getting a fat timeout. And it won't be for 5 minutes. I'll make it 10. Actually, let's see if they fit into the youth side anywhere. Said it ages ago, defending myself. I'll give you benefit of the doubt then. Leave it there from now. Right, I'll put them two in the starting. I'll promote them to senior team. I wish there was a way that you could put them into the starting 11, but you can't put them to the starting 11 if that makes sense. Why are they all cams? 56 cam. We'll promote the 56 cam. We'll put the 56 cam up there. Meaning now we're going to take out Villa for Castro. We'll take Villa out for Castro now. Also, if you haven't already, feel free to join the Discord. Watford, could you do me the favour? His potential's definitely going to go down. Watford, leave it there. All of you, leave it. Yeah, I know, it's amazing, Watford. There we go. Croatia's actually bringing in something. This is what I like to see. 300k. This guy is going to be a good player. He's going to be. He's going to be high 50s, low 60s. Yeah, the Spanish are dreadful. The Spanish one's been dreadful. The Ivory Coast one selector was absolutely. I don't think we got one player above 90. I think 87 was our highest for Ivory Coast when we did it. Right, we'll sign you. We'll sign you to the academy, and we'll scout you out further. Oh, why is that on my phone? Smart. Right, youth academy. Typical. He's a bloody cam. Why am I not surprised? Everyone seems to be a centre midfielder in some way. Right, we'll train him up and he can probably be a starting 11 player. Yeah, he can be a starting 11 player in the next few weeks if we keep training him. We'll replace him. We'll replace Reese. Yeah, Croatia's a bit better, Matt. I think actually Croatia's a lot better. Right, so we're gonna put Gaj and Castro in instead of forgot who it was. Yep, my blank. Never mind. So we'll put gadget in instead of race. Sorry about sending you to Ivory Coast. No worries, Matt. Adapt attacking scenarios. And Villa can come out for... Is it Castro playing now? I think it is, isn't it? Should we play the youth team for Bants? Because they might win something. Did I actually play the youth team in that game? Oh, I did. Wasn't paying any attention. Oh, go away. Controller's going to die, 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 die. No. Right, Matt, I might have to start I might have to start actually signing players in the next window because there's no way we're getting anywhere with the youth academy. As of now anyway. In the future we might get somewhere, but currently it's a no-go. Right, the next rebuild will probably be someone's club for them. After we finish this. I don't do international teams. I could rebuild an Indian team if you want me to next time. Or I might have a break from doing rebuilds and I might go to like a Premiership side and just mess around with them, see what I can do. Juan Carlos. Who did he want out for again? I forgot. Enriquez. Okay then. Is any paying CDM? Leeds, maybe. I might do a Cardiff rebuild though, but we'll see. Hello, Harvey. How are you doing today, mate? Well, I think we're relying way too much on the training side of things with the youth academy. We're gonna put we're actually gonna play Alvaro because it's the smarter decision. Where is Alvaro? Then we'll play him on the bench. This is what I expect a League 2 side to look like. Like 50 to 60 rated. Not bad. Good to hear. I mean, could be better, but as long as you're happy. So my watch hours still haven't updated from yesterday at all. From the 2 streams I did. I need to be totally straight, blah de blah de blah. I'm trying to sell you, but it's not working. Also, make sure you like the stream if you haven't already, and subscribe if you're new as well. Once again, this Croatian cam is the only one that's looking sideways-y. I mean, this guy could be sideways, but he's too low rating as of now. That's fine. Right, we'll get to the transfer window and that'll be it. That'll be the stream done for today. I'm gonna have to discuss with people a way to be able to boost this team heavily. 70k, 70k, 375k. What's the bets this guy's a cam? What's the bet this guy's a cam? We will leave you two in here for the time being. I forgot what his name was. It's this guy, wasn't it? He's not a cam, he's a CDM. That's what we need as well for the squad. Perfecto. Fabio Ribeiro. I mean, he's still a midfielder, but it's not the point. I'm just playing the youth side of this, but I literally couldn't care less. I just need him to grow quicker, that's what it is. Ugh. Slick drift, man, go away. Iguani. Iguani. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, so what laps? I'm a bit confusioned. We'll play this guy over Castro for this game. Playing the youth, yeah. I mean, it's doing quite. It's not. They're not. It's not like they're losing every game either. They're not. They're not. They're obviously not doing as good as probably the main team could, but it's not the point. We probably could have won that game with our main side, but it's not the point. Why is everyone in Spain seems to have the exact same message when I say I'll see if I can get them into the squad? I'm not usually one to blow my own trumpet, but go away. There's 20 eligible youth players, yeah. I haven't even touched anyone's player wages. So we've done our higher targets out of the lot. Fun. It was so hard to do the 9k one, and I've done absolutely nothing in this, and it's just done it by itself. Fun. Monthly update for what? The Youth Academy? This guy's looking like the only promising one, but the problem is he's a bloody cam. I'm really not surprised. Yeah, he's looking like the only one that's actually going to get into the squad. Oh. $92, 94. Oh, this guy's 15 though, we'll have to wait. 70k, so his current rating's going to be quite low. His current rating is probably about 45, I think, 46. Well, I'll have a look into him, and his rating is going to be lower. We're going to reject him though. Ugh. Don't sign any more keepers. Yeah, we don't need any more keepers. Keepers are we have too many. Is there a limit to how many players you can have in a club? So our manager rating's gone down. That's fine. We might for the first team now. Yeah, we're going to the first team now. We'll put some of the youth players onto the bench though. We'll put our youth keeper on the bench. We'll put Gaj in for Rico. Gomez can come out for this guy. We'll put this guy in by here. So we can have some of the youth players in at least. Because we are going to have to start winning games. Which isn't fun because I don't want to win any games. How am I supposed to look for a buyer? I'm not gonna go around to stadiums and ask them to bloody go and buy him, am I? Right, play him. Not right back. Lopez is 36 years old. That's a yikes. And he's 23. Oh, how are we losing with our main team, like? Oh no. Oh, we're getting sacked, guys. Make it to the transfer window, maybe. Right, well, stop it here, and that'll be me done on FIFA for today. I'm gonna have to start ditching Youth Academy specifically and try and actually sign younger players to build the squad, because as of now we're not looking too good, so to say. But on that note, like the stream if you haven't already, subscribe if you're new, and I shall see you tomorrow, or later on with Warzone maybe. Peace.